Good evening. This is the SitRep. On this episode, we're discussing 2 years into the government of Prime Minister Hamza Barre. What have been successful? What are the successes? What are the challenges? What are the setbacks? What are the failures, even if there are any? With me, we have Ali Mohammed Mahmoud Jokombe, who is the General Manager, Somali Construction Development Agency, former DG, Ministry of Interior, former civil society activist. Are you still an activist? Maybe. Yeah. And Ali Halale, veteran journalist, politician, and media owner now. Gentlemen, on 7th August 2022, Parliament, in a unanimous vote, approved the entire cabinet of the Prime Minister. 2 years down the line, let's consider what has been successful, what have been the challenges and the setbacks. Let's begin with the politics of it. The federal member states, for example, which forms the basis of federalism in this country. We've mentioned time and time again, there are technical extensions, stagnations in the directions towards the elections. Recently, President Ahmed Madobe changed his constitution to allow for him to run yet another term. There are election uncertainties in Southwest and Galmudug. There was an election, yes, in Puntland, but there was direct election at the local level, which the central government did not even congratulate, I even say good job. The slogan of the president coming into the elections this time was Somalia Heshisa, Somalia in good terms within and with its neighbors. And with the world and with the neighbors and everybody. So we're saying, are we living up to that slogan, for example? Is our politics living up to the slogan of Somalis in good terms within and the borders?
Thank you very much, Hermogi, for organizing this event. I think it is one of the questions that we can present our views towards the successes, challenges.
Yeah.
I don't consider there are failures so far because it is the middle of the government mandate.
Correct.
So the failure can be indicated when the term of the government finishes without fulfilling its promises or at least coming up with concrete.
Halfway through, though, we can say their failures now.
Yeah, I don't see any failures that occur in the course of the middle of the mandate. Regarding the politics and the fulfillment of the president's promises in the course of the elections, I think the government, led by the president, is following the right path towards the politics, because really the fundamental milestone that was driving the political landscape is the completion of the constitution, as every presidential candidate in the course of the elections has promised. If I'm elected, I will complete the constitution.
Correct.
So far, tangible progress has been achieved.
First 4 chapters.
Where 4 chapters have been approved and passed by the unanimous, almost the Somali Parliament.
Yeah.
That is good job. That's wonderful. That is an indication that the government will follow that path.
Good.
So I see positive.
Yeah.
Regarding the political consensus,
Yes.
the president is so far demonstrates his commitment in that he convenes the NCC consultation meetings so that the government, the federal government plus the federal member states collectively determine the fundamental commitments, the challenge, the way forwards, so that even promises of the consensus of the government is valid.
Fair enough, Ali.
Yeah.
Ali, one of the things the country is heading towards the right direction with regards to politics. But I tend to disagree with him. Our politics is not inclusive. It's far from inclusive. Ali referred to the NCC, for example. An integral part of the country is missing. Puntland has not been in that table, meaning they haven't even taken part in the processes, because the basis of the constitutional change, the first 4 chapters and now the other 5 chapters that are being proposed, the basis was the NCC of May 2023, in which Puntland was missing. So it's not, you can't say inclusive when a federal member state is missing.
Before you proceed to Ali, it is me who is saying that there is an inclusive consultation about the board. Regarding Puntland, the president of Puntland initially attended the initial meetings of the NCC.
True.
Okay, and you are saying Puntland is not on the table. Puntland, when we talk about the Puntland, are we talking about the president of Puntland, or are we talking about the people who represent at different levels of Puntland? For example, let me tell.
Go ahead.
At the federal level, Puntland have 48 federal parliament members.
Correct.
11 at the lower house and 37 of the House of the People. The total is 48 federal parliament members, which fully represented the Puntland at federal level.
Correct.
They came from there. Correct. Are we saying Puntland, and at the time of the constitutional approval by the 4 chapters, unanimously those representatives, if there was something wrong against the interest of the Puntland, the people who represented the federal parliament would oppose, saying they would boycott, they would walk out. So we cannot say only the difference, political difference between the president of Puntland and the federal government, which, sorry to say that, maybe, I'm not sure. The absence of the federal, of the Puntland president is based on the will and the interest of Puntland. I'm not sure that. Puntland have ministries, parliament members, civil societies, elders, traditional leaders. We don't see people who are opposing, saying that Puntland is not on the table. I agree with you. There is a political difference between the president of Puntland and the president or the federal government. And I hope that even will come. We'll get resolved. Thank you.
It's not the members of parliament that sit on the NCC. It's the presidents of the federal member states that sit on the NCC.
No, we are talking about the presentation. Okay, give Alexander really. We cannot say Puntland is not represented in the government institutions. NCC. Initially, as I told, let me reiterate, President Saeed Abdullah Dani initially has been part and parcel of the negotiations of NCC.
Correct.
Yes. Later on, he decided to stay out, and I think that will be resolved. It is the nature of a human being. Thank you.
Fair enough.
Regardless of your arguments, I would see, first off, when federal government was formed, the roof of expectation was very high.
Yes.
That is, everybody knows. But when it comes to the reality on the ground, now I think what we have achieved, or what the government achieved, is very slow, rather than the expectations all the people was expecting from the federal government to achieve.
In terms of the politics?
In terms of politics, in terms of security, in terms of the economy.
Inclusivity.
Also.
No, I agree. The security, okay.
Let's take an example, the completing of the constitution. Yes, now 4 chapters are amended and passed by parliament. But
they are complete.
They are complete.
Yes.
They will be complete when the referendum occurs.
They will be
they are amended now.
And we know the details and many things lies behind the amendment of this 4-chapter constitution. And what's coming, the 5 or 6 chapters that will be amended shortly. But the problem here is Somalia in good terms with itself and in good terms with the world. When we take that example of our president, we see we are in an initial stage to achieve that, to achieve Somalia in good terms with itself. Politically, we are divided. Yes, nominally, we have some harmony in the meetings of NCC, in the other meetings. We have some some collective harmony. But in behind the curtains, still we are divided. We are divided in the constitution. We are divided in politics. We are divided in security. We are divided also in the election.
I think we can share. We can share the views.
Yes.
But really, our discussions should be based on the reality on the ground, plus our constitutional institutions that Somalia has been formed to represent our politics, security, and everything, you know.
Yes.
You are saying we are divided. I totally disagree with you.
Yes.
But what I agree is that differences might occur in the course of the following. We are just the adjustment route is be shortened here, or we can come from there. And I think even including the president of Puntland, Saeed Abdullah then, has no objection to see prosperous Somalia.
No one has objection to that.
No, okay. So it is the technical. Let me say.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put another way. You are saying we are divided.
Yes.
I think you agree with me. The president, the cabinet, the parliament, the FMS, the federal member states, except the president of Puntland, are unanimously in harmony, so that they collectively move forward to the amendment and the condition.
Tactically or
in political, because really, do you see any problem that in a complaint that is coming from, apart from Saeed Abdullah, who is saying Puntland and the federal government, we need to discuss, maybe bilateral, but really we have federal institutions that represent us. For example, I'm Ali Zogombe.
Yes.
I have my political representative in the parliament, a person who, when he votes, that's on my behalf. But really, in Somalia, there is no one person, one vote that has enabled for the normal citizen to make the decision and elect his preferenced leader. Except from that, the federal government are the institution that represents at federal level across the country. NCC consultations, if you see the constitution, it says when the fundamental decision is to be undertaken, there's a need that consultation is to be held to make sure the consensus, like Somali heshiis dunadan heshiis la, you know. So really, I don't see why you are saying, why are you making the drama that we are politically divided?
Because we live in a country that's full of drama.
Because really,
let me.
You know, because really the country is moving forward.
Yes.
If 4 chapters of the constitution have been passed and unanimously approved by the parliament, if the cabinet in August this month approved 3 fundamental laws that are fundamental for paving the way for holding one person, one vote.
Correct.
The establishment law of the commission, the election law, and the political parties law.
Correct.
All these are the tangible progress that is moving forward to the path and the achievement of providing the Somali citizens opportunity to decide. Will this be possible across the country? Because really there are different types of one person, one vote itself.
Correct.
So I think Somalia is coming out of the signature of one traditional letter to appoint it goes through 51 ballots.
Yes.
It goes 101.
Yes.
It's moving forward. So I don't see the challenges and the disappointments you are saying we are divided. We are not divided. The country is moving forward. The political actors are coming together. There are differences. There are negotiations. So
who are the political actors that are coming together? Who?
Political actor is any community, even the civil society.
Yeah. Are they on board?
Are they on board?
Go ahead. Who else?
Yes.
Go ahead.
You have been second to the national level religious actors.
Yes.
That I think it was this month that been held in Jazeera.
Yeah.
They are supportive to the government and moving forward.
Yeah.
the parliament are unanimous. The cabinet is here. The traditionalists are here. So if your point is,
yes,
the country is divided because one federal member state president is not on the table.
yeah,
That is not a reason.
okay.
That is a very disappointing argument, a very cheap
Very fair.
argument.
Come on.
That is pushing forward. That's pushing back to the country, and I think that is not. Yeah.
When I'm talking, we are divided.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that there's a difference between one president and
The other people and the other Somali people.
In a FMS level or a president in a federal level. What I mean is, every 1 month or every 2 months, we witness a meeting between the NCC leaders, and according to the outcome of these meetings, we see something. We don't see anything tangible. We see we are in good terms, in territorial integrity of the country and the Somali unity or something like that. Then there is no tangible outcome in the NCC, which means they are buying time.
What are the tangible achievements that you want from the NCC meetings? Can you name 1, 2, 3 are tangible progress?
I will name. I'll actually name. I'll actually name.
Okay.
Let me name that for you.
No,
NCC.
you are not Ali. You are Ali. It's Ali who says that. Why are you representing him? He's here. Ali, tell me, when NCC meeting is held,
Yes.
led by the president, they present what they see to be moving forward for the positive, to move the country move forward.
Yeah.
For example,
what you are seeing now,
in their last meeting, for example, they unanimously agreed that the government of the federal government move ahead to process the whole processes and the laws that can make the election of one person, one vote, like this. What the cabinet is doing right now has been recommended by the NCC meetings. You know, they are okay with it. Except from Saidani, the president of Buntula.
We are not talking about him.
Okay, so really, put another way,
Yes.
this government has in the middle of its mandate.
Yes.
If we say from its election up to the present date,
Yes.
what have been achieved positively,
Yes.
I think it exceeds. It exceeds.
In your opinion.
In my opinion, in my view,
Correct.
but as the fact, it is not in my opinion, it is a fact.
Okay.
When you see the security issues,
Yes. Welcome security. You know
okay,
let's deal with
so
politics
political,
Yes.
I see really today a very prosperous hope that by the end of the term of this government,
Yes.
at least Somalia will realize holding elections that is totally different and more transparent, more fair, that will give at least a good considerable number of citizens to make the decisions and elected the
That's
rulers.
very lovely.
Yes, that's very lovely, and it is fact. Because really,
I agree with you.
you know,
I agree with you.
if the parliament approves and agrees with the cabinet,
I agree with
if
you.
the commission of the election
Yes.
is on the table,
Yes.
if the electoral law is approved and on the
Yes.
table, if the political party law, according to, so I see the prosperous that.
Why then is it a very hard task for the federal government of Somalia to deliver even indirect elections in Galmudug and Southwest and Jubaland, for example? Why then? It's just a matter of decision making from the central government to take leadership and demand of elections in Galmudug, Southwest, and Jubaland. Why is it becoming such an uphill task? For example, answer me.
And it was supposed to be in June.
And after extension, actually.
Yes.
Okay, let me tell you.
Go ahead.
I think Ali has been in the country most of the time, but I think you are equating or squaring the elections and the political timelines that are workable in the United States or Britain and in the context of Somalia, you know. You know that every wise person, without denying the facts, understands where the Somalia governance system is coming out. You know, we are just coming out of ashes to the infinite stage, and today we are in a position that we can talk about election, one person, one vote elections in the future. Regarding the federal member states.
Yes. It's a matter of leadership.
No.
It's a failure.
The issue is that if the federal listen to me,
okay.
if the federal government plus the federal member states are in harmony with coming together,
why are they not in harmony?
Discuss. They are in harmony. Okay. They are in harmony. Still, I think you will point at the point we have.
Yes, I will point to that.
They are in harmony.
Yeah.
And by the way, in Puntland, there is no an issue of elections right now in Puntland, apart from taking part of the overall federal election processes workout, So really, if the political actors, especially the federal government and federal member states, are in harmony to agree, okay, let us form this, let's move the commission, let us agree on all laws that are fundamental. Well, let's be in line with completion of the constitutional amendments.
Yes.
I think the country is in a political stability.
Yes.
That can drive us to the point and to our desire that we will achieve. Yeah. And by the way,
you haven't answered my question though.
I have answered it. Okay. For example, now we are in the process of making the final stages of the laws that are fundamental for elections, plus the commission.
Yes.
Even though the final version is yet to be waited from the parliament, I hope the election law that will be passed by the cabinet to the parliament will clearly identify and framework the timetables of the elections that will, in terms of the district council, the federal member states, and the federal
until that happens, no elections at the federal member states level. No elections until that happens. Until Parliament now approves the political parties law, the electoral law, and the party that establishes the Commission for Elections.
What kind? No.
Until that happens, is your point there are no elections at the federal member states level?
I think you are contradicting to the decisions and the federal the constitution chapters that has been approved by the Parliament. It's clearly saying one person, one vote elections will take the country.
That's what I'm saying. So your point is until that time, there are no elections at the federal states level. Until the time when Parliament approves those laws. And those remainder of the amendments to the Constitution. Until Parliament now says we are good to go, let's go to one person, one vote elections. Is your point that until we reach that level, there are no elections in the federal member states? Is that your point?
The federal, I agree with that, because really, if the Parliament, if the Constitution that has amended is clearly defined, one person, one vote election will take the country, meaning that no indirect elections. We are due to wait for the approval of the. If the Parliament of Somalia approves this, I think the country has a mandate, even including because really the federal member states as part of the country.
Correct.
This constitution is their constitution. Are you agreeing with me?
Yes.
The federal Parliament representative in the federal member states.
True.
So let's wait. We should not cross the bridge until we come to it.
But do you think that Parliament will pass all these three bills, which consist of party laws and election and the commission law? Will you think that Parliament will agree or will approve these three bills?
Yes, because the Parliament represents the citizens' interest, and the need and the priority of the Somali citizens is to see one day, the sooner possible, an opportunity that can give them to exercise their rightful rights of voting and electing their leaders. So.
But
let me finish. Because the Parliament means the representative of the interest of the citizens.
True.
I cannot totally think, or inconceivable to me, the Parliament will not pass these important laws responding to the needs of the citizens. On the contrary, that is not conceivable to me, and 100% I'm confident that the Parliament even will speed up exercising its power.
That's fair enough. I'll ask you one simple question. What happens if Parliament approves these bills and the President signs them and they become law? But then, in a month or 2 or 3, President Ahmed Madobe holds his own indirect elections, or Laftagan holds his own indirect elections. Will they be valid?
What you are asking me is a guesswork.
No, it's not.
So far, no. So far, I don't see or hear Ahmed Madobe or in a federal government president who is not in line.
I will tell you.
Race. Let me. You are telling me you will die one day. I'm sure I will die one day. But really, you know.
Go ahead.
You know. So you are saying to me, what about if I say to you tomorrow a miracle will happen?
Yes.
That's let us wait and see.
Yes.
So far, as far as I understand, there are an harmony between the government, federal government,
and they don't have a mandate.
Sir?
And they don't have a mandate.
They have mandate.
From where?
From the Parliament of Somalia. Because the Parliament of still, I think your ears.
Yes.
Don't listen to me carefully.
I am listening.
The federal parliament included the upper house. You know which community or government does the upper house of parliament represent? The federal member states.
True.
They have been part and parcel of the completion of the constitution for the power chapters, meaning that the Somalia has taken the one person, one vote elections. And the process of realizing this is work in progress, you know. So I am not totally in agreement with you. The federal member states have no mandate. They have mandate. If you're talking about their state level constitution,
go ahead.
The true or the fundamental or the leading organ that represents the Somali citizens are the federal parliament of both houses. Yes. So really they have mandate. The issue of Ahmed Madobe or XY or X or Z.
You don't want to answer that.
We'll do that.
You don't want to answer that.
No.
Let's leave it there. You don't want to answer that. But let's go.
That is.
Ali, go ahead.
Yeah.
It is a little bit tricky to say that they have mandate or they don't have mandate.
It's not tricky.
They have mandate, according to me.
They don't have mandate.
Yes.
Why?
Because their term ended,
Long time
and
ago.
even the extension they did also ended.
Expired.
Most of them.
I think that happened before the unanimous agreement and endorsement of Somali federal parliament houses both saying we will conduct one person, one vote. And the laws that are fundamental for doing all these pieces are work in progress. So really, we are in political harmony. And still, I insist that. Please, you guys,
go ahead.
We should not equate. We should not compare or versus. I can't.
We are not going to that direction.
Okay, don't mislead the Somali people.
We are not comparing Somalia with America, with the UK,
Somalia is dealing with its own context of improving their political governance.
We are also in that context.
Yes. So if you're in that context, the Somali federal
but also don't mislead us, as well.
Okay.
Don't also mislead us.
Okay. I cannot mislead you.
Now,
but really, it is the reality.
Now let's be fair. Which one is superior? The state level
Sorry?
constitution? Which one is superior? The state level constitution or the federal constitution?
Which one do you think?
Which one is superior?
Superior, what do you mean?
Which one has
the
more
two
precedence?
constitutions.
Which one has more weight?
As far as I know,
Yes.
in every constitution of the federal member state, it says clearly, this constitution of the state level should not be contrary against the mother constitution of the federal government of Somalia.
Perfect.
If it is on the contrary,
and yet
that's
Parliament said nothing when President Madobe amended his constitution to run another term.
When?
You're not aware? He's not aware?
No.
That's the last month,
It was the last month.
Yes.
I think what was Ahmed Madobe did, in my understanding, that as a person, because he has taken 2 terms, right?
Yes.
And maybe the constitution of Jubaland says the president cannot stand for election more than 2 times.
Yes.
I think he himself has made the way that can give him chance to stand again for the 3rd time. But really, I'm not sure, and Ahmed Madobe didn't say, I'm totally against the process of the federal government.
He didn't say. But what you say
But
now,
I think as for the individual point of view, maybe he's willing to try to compete for the third time. Yeah, but he's in line.
And that's contrary with the modern institution, as you said.
Sorry?
This is contrary with the
it's not in line with what the parliament has passed now.
How?
To have a chance after 2 times, it's not in harmony with the mother constitution.
No. And then I think now, yes. You guys, the issue that you are pushing me is not even concerned with the federal government's successes, achievements, everything. I think you are just deviating us from the path that we agreed on.
Because you deviated us. That's why. Let's move forward.
Yeah, come on.
Let's move forward. Okay, I think that's enough with the politics.
Okay.
Let's go to economy.
Okay.
For example, in December of 2023, the government reached HIPC level, a HIPC initiative that paved the way for debt relief after a long process. And now our debt has been written off. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for the government for doing that.
Thanks to the government for doing that as well. I appreciate. It's not just this government; it was the former government and the other one and the other one.
Thank you for the
Thanks to governments of Somalia.
Thank you for the government for taking this credit.
For taking the credit.
Not denying the predecessor's role.
Yes.
And delivering that. And so the assumption was that will lead to economic growth. It will lead to perhaps borrowing. It will lead to initiatives to prop up the economy. Instead, I think the government introduced more taxes, 5% sales tax, for example. And recently, which the president actually responded to at the mosque yesterday, the young men of this country, young men and women of this country are saying we are broke. The people are broke. Literally, there is a high level of unemployment.
What does that mean?
It means we have no money.
Okay. And I got your point. I think in the first place,
yes,
we need sometimes what's called rumors or grapevine. That's we are broke, the people are broke, but really, there's a fact here.
Yes.
The government of Somalia is base salary, as far as I know, almost 15,000 servants, including civil servants and temporary civil servants. The government based the salary regularly, monthly. It didn't reduce or cut the number of the people who have been taking salary from the government budget so far. Even it increased. 3,000 new intake of teachers have been taken and included in the budget.
True.
Another 3,000
Yes.
Are in the process to be included.
Yes.
Meaning that 6,000 new families,
Yes.
new households
Yes.
have been included to the government budget. Which means that
6,000.
Is that a big number?
6,000.
6,000.
Why 6,000? You mentioned 3,000 teachers.
There is another 3,000 under process.
Okay, under process.
Under
not
process.
completed.
Yeah, not completed, but
let's not take into fact that things are not being completed.
I'm not sure they have taken the salary, but I'm sure they are in the process.
Okay.
This means that the government increased employment of the citizens without limited capacity.
Yes.
So really, if I'm asking, I'm not saying there's no employment in the country. There's unemployment in the country. And not only for Somalia, there is unemployment rate in every country, even in the United States.
Let's say we don't refer to the United States.
Let me.
No. So let's not refer to the United States.
What I'm sure is that
let's stick to our context.
The government of Somalia did not stop paying the people who have been in the system. Even it increased.
Okay.
I'm not getting the point in that. X or Y are broke.
Do you know we have the highest
we cannot measure the rumors that are saying we are broke.
Let me correct you.
So really, I need to be justified.
Are broke, not the people. The brokers are broke.
Let me correct
so
you.
really,
it's not a rumor when the president responds. When the president responds to something, it's not a rumor. Because the head of state
No.
responded. Let me finish.
Finish, but really be realistic.
I'm very realistic.
If you are realistic, my friend, the government didn't cut the number of the employees or the people who have been salary, and it's paying the salary. So
I only want to refer to what the
so
president said.
what are you referring?
Will you listen to me? I will refer to what the president said.
No, don't refer. No, I didn't listen to the president.
But I listened.
You are no.
Let me say another way.
Let me be professional. Just we are people.
Go ahead.
Who want
You don't want to hear what the president said?
No, we want our views to be professional, fact responding.
Yes.
So really, if your point was the government failed.
Yes. It wasn't my fault.
The government failed. If your point was to pay the salaries that has been paid by the government, and that's why what caused the broke.
Yes.
Convince me that. If your point is there's unemployment in the market. Yes, there's unemployment, but the government's point of view, it is trying, it is making efforts to increase the number of people who get employed.
Agreed.
So I'm not. If you want, the government should cover the payment of every citizen, or make employment forward.
Yes.
That's the intention.
Yeah. I will let Ali come in. Let me finish my thought.
Yeah.
Let me finish my thought process with you.
Yeah.
What I was saying is, young people of this country, and we have 70% of our population is under 40. So we are a very youthful country. The young people of this country, social media started hashtag we are broke. Okay, this is in the news. I'm not making this up myself, Ali. Okay, if you have been in the news, if you have been in social media
I'm making a point of another unknown person is making
Fair
hashtag
enough.
something like that.
Yes. It was unknown, but when the president
what
responds,
about thousands of people to make a hashtag saying
enough.
the government is doing well, we are taking the salaries, we are thankful for the government, thankful for the president, if they say that. But really,
I haven't finished, Ali.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't finished.
Sorry to interrupt
So
you.
my point was, it may have been faceless person who said that. But when the president or the head of the state, when the president of the country responds to this, it's not a rumor anymore. But see what the president said. He said, our young people are not broke. Our young people are not broke. He said the brokers are broke. He said there's construction going on everywhere. He said there's construction in Baidoa, there's construction in Galway, there's construction in Mogadishu.
Isn't it true?
It's true. But do we all seek employment in construction sector?
Absolutely. Is
that what you're saying?
No, my friend.
Should I go in the morning to a next construction site?
We should not misunderstand. We should not misunderstand. Our appointment that we.
Let's also
the discussion is
open.
We can get on and off.
Let us go.
Even we should not misquote.
Yes.
We should not misquote.
Yes.
And misunderstand.
Yes.
The aim of the president's statement.
Aim.
We should not mislead it. You know, I'm sure 100%.
Are you talking about the aim or his words?
The president.
I don't know his aim. I am only referring to his words.
Okay, that is the first. Is that.
If you want to clarify the president's aim, that's okay, Ali. Go ahead.
No. The president is the head of the government.
Correct. And head of state.
And the head of the state.
Correct.
Given that,
yes.
If the president said there is no a single person who does not get salary from the government, you can tell me that. If you can make a point from that.
He did not say that.
Okay, if he didn't say that, I'm sure I'm one of the government officials.
Yes.
You know, the government has been able, given with all balance, financial balance, to struggle and make available and permanently paying the people who are in the system. Given if the issue is, if the issue would be,
can you offer employment to everybody?
Okay, give me a second.
Okay.
If the issue is why the government didn't generate mega projects that can employ good number of people, that debt relief has been lifted. That will give us the opportunity of investment in our country. It is not a matter of day, it is a matter of time, and that the government is working in the cabinet has kicked off what is called a National Transformation Plan. which is a 5 years strategic plan starting from 2025 to 2029, 5 years. That will give the government a space that can enable us.
What happened to the NDP?
Okay, NTP now.
What happened to the NDP?
No, it is there. We have it. We have it. So really, so our argument should make point that can be meaningful to the.
Are you saying young people are not broke?
Say?
Are you saying the young people of this country are lying?
What you are telling me?
Are you saying they're not broke?
The whole people.
Yes. Are you saying the young people of this country who are saying we are broke? Are you saying they're lying, Ali? What
I can say is that part of the young people, there is unemployment here.
Yes.
There are young people who work.
Yes.
There are young people who lack work and employment. You know, if you are saying the whole people are broke, just you can tell me. Because already I told you, more than 10,000, 16 people almost are getting regular salaries from the government. So
let us go back to the main topic that we are talking about.
This is the issue, broke.
No, the broke is not the issue. The issue
the broke is economy. The issue is the economy.
At what level that the government achieved its economic goals. First of all,
within the time.
Yes, within the time.
Within the time.
I think in the December last year, our all debts were being written off. Okay, that was very good. But what I'm concerned is that we are going also to borrow another additional money from the lenders, World Bank, IMF, Paris Club, or something like that. So are we going to carry another burden that will go with us?
Still you are talking about something that's not feasible.
It's happening. It's happening. The government official says that written off of the debt will allow us to attract investors, to attract loans and borrowing
which
money,
is good,
or something like that.
It's good.
So still
which is good for us.
We are leading to go to square one, to written off the debt, and then take another debt.
Another debt.
Yes.
But
that's what I'm concerned. Now
why are you concerned?
It's about 60 years now.
Why are you concerned, Ali, please?
I'm concerned because we cannot repay those loans.
Why?
As far as we're concerned.
Somalia doesn't have the resources to repay its debts.
We have all these resources with us.
Is your argument?
Yes. It's my argument.
No. It's your argument. It's a question. You are saying the government said, since we received or have been able to debt relief.
Yes.
This will give us the opportunity to take another borrow money.
And that's the case with many countries.
Let me finish. So that we can invest, we can create new jobs, we can invest and improve our infrastructural development, we can make everything, and that's the good for us. If your concern is, will that money, if borrowed, be used, and it will be borrowed, yes. We are not sure this government will borrow, but even if it happens, will that money be utilized in the proper direction? If your concern is that, yes, that one will be used properly, because really the government has the mandate to do that. There are institutions, there are needs.
We are in the last line of the corruption index.
Sorry?
So you are telling me that it will be used properly.
Yes.
And still for 30 years, we are in the last number of corruption level in the world.
Okay, 30 years. In 30 years, what kind of situation was Somalia in?
What kind of situation are we in now?
You guys, it seems to me that
you
are ignoring what passed. What about if we lose the time? If the money come, it will go to another issue. How
it's true. It's a concern.
Why don't you envision? Why don't you envision that if that money comes?
Why I don't have a concern? Yes, I have
you
concern.
have a concern.
And not only me.
The entire
are you so
pessimist?
Of the country are concerned about what will happen after that relief wiped out.
What about?
And now our officials, government officials, say we are going to borrow a lot of money
you guys, Ali.
Again.
Ali.
That's number one. Number two.
Before you, Professor.
I'm not saying we expect the government to solve all the poverty problems of them. Yes, 55%, according to the World Bank numbers, says 55% of the Somali population are under poverty line. No problem. It's a problem, yes, but we are not expecting government to solve all this and to raise all these people take up from the poverty lines. But what we are concerned is we come out with a situation that we have in a HIPC situation, highly inducted, something like that. So now we are going to borrow again. So we will be in this circle.
Ali, your point is well noted, but really, I tell you, for example, you are free for your own views and opinions, and even concerns if you need. Yeah. But really, my argument is not just a guesswork. Yes. It is real on the ground, and I can tell here. Yes. Did the death relief itself happen in a nightmare? There have been conditions that have been conditioned on the government to go through. Yes. Do this, meet this, solve here. When all requirements have been addressed, then the government has been given the right of cancelling or the death relief. The death relief. Yes. So our government institutions who are responsible for managing our resources have the capacity and the cleanness of managing its own budget. Now, the government has the term of the government was the cabinet was passed on August. Really, from that time up to today,
August 22.
August 22. Up to the government have been able to pay regularly the salaries and all the bonus of the people plus the other expenses. So I'm surprised why you are concerned if the government has the capacity and the capability that has been led us to forgive our debt release. If another money comes, I'm concerned. Why?
Let me start the question here, Mr. Ali.
To be corrupt, Ali. Open your eyes. In this country, these are.
If we are corrupt, how?
Keep talking about facts.
Why was the debt relief?
It was not a condition.
Huh?
It was not a condition.
It was conditioned.
It was not a condition.
Absolutely.
We have to deal with our corruption internally. Ali's concern is genuine. If you borrow again, and
you are not Ali.
Corrupt,
do you have your own views?
I have
because
concerns
Ali,
similar to his.
No.
I am concerned too.
No, you have concern, but your concern has no reference, has no base.
I am telling you the reference now.
It is a baseless. Because what I'm telling you, in some way you are saying the government has been able to be given by the debt relief. You know, there are conditions.
It's not this government. It's been a process.
Huh?
It's been a process that has been ongoing.
Why this process was not done before?
Because it has been one step, another step, another step.
Why steps?
Credit.
Absolutely.
No, I am not denying that. I agree.
And you have been denying, but then you are confessing.
No, I have not denied.
Yeah.
I have not denied.
It's good.
I have not denied. I'm saying the government takes credit because it's been a process that has been ongoing. They have done their part, and they take the credit for debt relief. Okay.
They met the criteria to come to that point.
They finished the process. Not met the criteria. They finished the process that has been
that's
ongoing.
A good step. That's a good step.
What do you mean? What do you mean by the process? What do you mean?
Death relief process.
You know, as far as I know, even though I'm not in the process of people who are working the finance. Yes. As far as I know, there are strict conditions that have been put in place for the government to do before they come to this stage.
SMP, for example.
Yes, absolutely. So today, alhamdulillah, the government of Somalia has a reliable institutional capacity and institutions to manage, to handle, and everything, both for our own revenue, but the external support, you know. I'm not convinced why you guys, you are so pessimist saying, if the money, all the guess what?
No, it's not pessimism, Ali.
It is a
Like,
business argument.
For example,
Yeah.
For example, our budget is about nearly $1 billion.
Yeah.
About
Plus.
1 million.
Yes.
1 million plus.
1 million plus.
1 billion plus.
1 billion plus.
US dollars.
Yeah.
So the contribution, the government contribution on that budget, do you know how percentage is?
Tell me.
It's, I think, 30% or something like that.
Increase, but whatever.
32, 33, I don't know exact number, but it is the smallest party of that budget. So the entire other budget, 70% or around 70% is coming from external support. So
Alhamdulillah.
and now
Without having the capacity to be trusted, this would not come.
wait,
Yes.
regardless of the capacity, you know what? When they wanted to increase the budget, just they
There's no capacity for trust, Ali.
Huh?
What is it?
There are trust in institutions. There's no capacity for trust.
We have the institution.
I can either trust you or not trust you. It has nothing to do with
It's not a
capacity.
trust. The tangible institutional capacity that is put in place
Which I agree.
to manage.
Which I
Yeah,
agree.
and it is here.
And yet, I want you to agree, we are one of the most corrupt countries in the world. I want you to agree to that.
No. Who told you?
Because there's transparency.
Who told you?
Yes.
What is it? Is it a Somali? That Somali?
You're taking us.
Is it an angel?
You're taking
Yo,
us.
guys.
There's a standard indications, Ali.
Is it a hadith from the Prophet Muhammad? You guys, you want to convince me? You convince me that
Go ahead, convince us otherwise.
our constitutions, our institutional building, our institutional establishments are not trustworthy. They are not.
No.
Transparency International told that Somali is corrupt. That's
Somali is
Ali,
corrupt.
1 minute, hold on.
The officials are
Which
corrupt.
Somali, including you?
I'm not an official.
You are not Somali?
Give me money. I'm not an official.
You guys.
And trust me with public money.
Can we agree? Can we agree on something?
Okay, go ahead.
Transparency International
Yes.
is an institution that has been built by people who intend to make activities that can give them the credit, the trust, so that they make money.
Same people who give us money.
Let me tell you, our institutions, our government.
Ali was just saying we contribute
No,
30% to our budget. 70% came from
Ali,
people
if you are
who not so
convinced-
much.
No.
Anyway,
What I trust is that. What I trust
Can you
is
give
that.
me a last 1 minute?
Go ahead.
Last one
We're
minute.
wrapping up.
Can
Actually,
you go
We're
a
running out of
second?
time.
Yes, okay. you
Even
said-
a second, what I can trust is that if our Auditor General
Yeah.
conducts the activity and say, you guys, institution, not just a matter of generalizing. Institution X, people have been brought to courts. Some have been released. Some have been jailed. So, to my point of view, I trust the Somali institutions in terms of justice.
Fair enough. Actually,
Yes.
the former Auditor
So-
General Ahmed Afgoy had time and again given us reports alluding to
Who?
the former Auditor General.
When?
He gave us report. Are you challenging me to tell you when? The dates?
Yeah, because really he used
This
to be
information is available.
he used to be the Auditor General.
Yes.
Yeah, when he was in the office.
He gave us, by the way,
Yeah?
you're not aware,
Yeah.
when he was in the office, he released several reports alluding to heavy corruption in the government level.
Uh-huh.
Yes. It's in the public.
When was that?
Are you telling me to give the dates?
Yeah.
You want me to give the dates?
Was it the context of this government that's in the office right now or before?
It was in the context of the Somali government.
No. No, we are talking about this government who is in the office right now.
Ali.
Led by President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud.
Yes.
Yeah, can you tell me if you say to me within this period of the government that report was out?
We can ask the
I can
IG
trust.
to give us a report.
Ali.
Excuse me. Yeah.
We're wrapping up.
Let
Proceed.
me put it another way. If you are convinced with the numbers of World Bank, IMF, UNHCR, or UNDP, or something like that, you must also be convinced with the numbers of Transparent International. That's normal.
No, it's an institution.
Let alone.
But we have our own institutions.
Let alone that.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
but
have our own
I'm coming to
institutions.
this. I'm coming to this. We have our own institutions.
Yeah.
But our entire institutions.
But really,
National
it is an insult that we discredit our institution and say it's transparent institution.
I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Let me say, most of our, if it's not all, or of national institutions are politicized. The reports,
According to your view.
according to me, they are politicized. Judiciary are politicized. Auditing general is politicized. Any other constitutional or institutional.
What do you mean by politicized? What do you mean? What do you mean? Even you are.
I mean
This can be said. Even your views.
Yes,
even your views is
what
politicized.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
What do you mean?
Their judgment are based on politics,
Proof.
not the facts,
Proof.
and not the reality on the ground. The proof you know and me know, and Mr. Remogan knows.
I know 100%
We are
that
almost-
our institutions are for our own institutions.
Yes.
We need to trust them. If there are weaknesses,
I agree with
there's
you.
a way that we can rectify, advise them, correct them,
Yes.
so that we
Very
make
fair.
them trust.
100%.
Fair point.
Yeah, fair
I
point.
agree with you.
But
We
really,
must trust them.
and
But
Transparency
they are
International
politicized.
point is that so that our institutions are not trustworthy. That is totally out of
I said
context.
to you, they are politicized. I didn't say
That's your
transparent.
view. You are free for your
they are
views.
politicized.
Okay.
Ali,
Can we move ahead?
we agree. We agree. I agree, for example, that our systems are working. They need improvement. We can correct and rectify them.
Yes. We can
But
advise
you must
them.
also agree that there are setbacks and challenges and failures in the system.
Failures, I disagree with you, but
In the
real maybe
system,
challenges, weaknesses, loopholes that
There
need
you
to
go.
be.
Anyway, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much, Ali Jacobe. Thank you. Your arguments have been good. You have so much pro-government, and you're saying the government is not broke, the people are not broke. That's very interesting.
No, I'm not for.
It's
I'm not
actually
for the
very
pro-government. I'm the realist
helpful.
person.
You're a realist who's
I'm
pro-government.
the
Who works
realist
for the
on my own
government.
view.
But now you're saying young people are lying. They're not broke. I'm going to quote you.
That is misquoting. Really, there are high unemployment in the country.
Yes.
There are
Which
youths
means
who
broke.
employ.
Unemployment means broke.
There are youths who lack employment.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very
Anyway,
much.
Ali, it's been lovely.
Wonderful.
Ali, thank you so much.
Thank you very
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 10 of the SitRep, the last episode of this season. We'll take a break. When we come back next season, it's going to be better than this season. Goodbye.